I like your earrings, Irene.
Thank you.
I gotta go check them out now.
Hey, cool.
Remember the night Peggy's grandson?
Remember, we're going
Remember?
live. We're going live, Bryn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but do you remember the night he tapped me on the shoulder to cover him at the desk? And then Mayor Sarno came in and he chased him down.
Right.
And then when Mayor Sarno commented about somebody's spider earrings from the front, Nicholas was in the back saying, "Yeah, those are really nice." I'm like,
He's too cute.
he
right.
is.
Okay,
We
we're
are
live.
live.
Okay.
So it's 6:30 now. Do you want me to cue it up, Kathy?
Sure, cue it up.
Okay. Do-do-do-do. Share my screen.
Okay.
Irene, you're fine.
Okay, going over here. Do-do-do-do.
Well, there's Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, we are live and starting the meeting.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone who's logging in or watching this meeting afterwards. Just a reminder, meetings are recorded and posted to our social pages for review the next day. Generally, I put them up the night of, but I would say by next day. It will be on the Facebook page immediately after this meeting. Other than that, I'd like to say if you could subscribe if you're on our YouTube page, because we're trying to get over 100 subscribers, that would be great. And also, if you haven't liked our Facebook page and you're there and you're on Facebook and you want to give it a like, that would be fantastic. At this point, I am going to advance the meeting and turn it over to our board president, Kathy Brown.
Thank you very much, Guy. Welcome, everybody, again to the East Springfield Neighborhood Council Board meeting. Let us please start with the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance
allegiance
to
to the flag
Of
of the United
States
America,
of America,
and to the
and
to
republic
the
the republic
republic
for
for
which
which
it
it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
for
for
all.
all.
Thank you. Okay, we do have a quorum, and welcome to 2021. We're all looking forward to a very nice year. So everybody hang in there. But the Neighborhood Council will continue to work hard to protect, improve, and preserve quality of life in the neighborhood. And your issues are extremely important. So please pick up a phone, send us an email, send us a message. Let us know what the issues are that are interesting to you, and please continue to join in our meetings. Our monthly conference calls continue with the plaza. If anybody has anything you'd like us to bring to their attention, please get that information to us. They've been extremely responsive, and they have a significant list that they've been working on. City services, they are still operating 311. Please report all of your issues through most of your issues through 311 as appropriate. We know that people have been reporting some graffiti locations, and we've seen some resolution of some of the graffiti, but there is still more. Shopping carriages continue to be a blight in our neighborhood. So if you see those around, if you call 311 and at least report the exact location, we can again make some progress towards removing them as some of the neighborhood blight. We've noticed that there are some street lights that are out, and please report those when they've been reported. We're getting about 80–85% quick response on fixing those street lights. And we're told that the ones that aren't fixed that quickly have some kind of an electrical issue that might take a little longer to deal with. If there's speed, traffic issues, again, please report them. And also, if you drive around the neighborhood or if you're walking, there are quite a few signs in our neighborhood: no parking signs, no parking here to corner, stop signs that are faded or in some cases missing. 311 is an appropriate vehicle to use to report those. So don't hesitate, just pick up. You do not have to leave your name. You can report via email, you can report via the city's app, or you can call 311. Also, the sidewalks in the neighborhood, because we have many walkers, and walkers have been asked to let us know if they see a sidewalk that is in disrepair and needs to possibly be replaced. And some people who have been walking have been making lists and getting them to us. So we are sending a flyer to the owner of that property, letting them know that the sidewalks can be replaced. They need to get on a city list. The city list is not necessarily very long, and there is no charge to the property owner. So if you're out there, you see a sidewalk that needs repair and or replacement, please give us a call or send us an email or connect with us through contact@myesnc.com, and we will help facilitate getting the information to the property owner. Years ago, people had to pay for their sidewalks, and that's not the case now. So let's get ourselves cleaned up that way. The former Survey building, as we've reported, it does have new owners, and we do continue to see activity. They are taking those buildings down, so we can applaud the new owners for doing that. We do not know what will go on that site. I am told that they're not sure yet either. Well, let's see, another topic that always comes up is our Mass DOT 25% meeting for St. James Avenue and St. James Boulevard. It is not scheduled yet. I did check today as to its status, and what I'm told is the contractor who has been putting the plan together for the state is waiting final approval from the Mass DOT on what's called the Design Justification Workbook. And then once that happens, which should be soon, the 25% meeting will be scheduled. That meeting will end up being a Zoom meeting. So we will advertise that the same way we advertise all of our meetings through our Facebook and through Nextdoor. And we will also send an email to all of the people who, for whom we have email addresses. If you did not get notification of this Zoom meeting via email from us, then for some reason we do not have your email in that particular list. So if you could email us your email and your street address, that would be helpful, and then we'll get our list more up to date. For the 25% meeting, we will also reach out to all of the businesses in that area, and we have most of their contact information. But bottom line is we do not have a date yet. If I had to guess, and it's just a Kathy Brown guess, I would say the middle of February, but that's just a guess. Okay, community question? No. Community Preservation Act projects are due April 1st. We're doing a little legwork to see how to make the splash pad at Marshall Roy a viable application. And that's kind of the status of that. We just have shy of February, just shy of 2 months, January, February, March, April, 3 months to get that application in. It's a lengthy application, so it takes a lot of work. Right, everybody? It takes a lot of work.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Still reeling from the last one. I mean, the last application that we put in that was successful was for the the walking path at Marshall Roy, and that we're expecting will start during this year. The path, we were hoping that we would see construction start in the spring, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be later than that. And on that same topic of Community Preservation Act, one of the projects that we are waiting the start of is the new basketball court for Angelina Park. That was a Community Preservation Act approved project, And the bids are in, the contractors have been selected, the design is happening, and we're expecting that to start as soon as construction time can start in the spring, and expecting at this point for it to be done by the 1st of July. So I'm hoping that that schedule will able to be adhered to. Hopefully COVID will behave a little bit so that it doesn't get delayed anymore. Newsletter, we usually send out 1, maybe 2 newsletters a year. We're going to do a couple of more this year in light of the fact that COVID has kept all of us away from each other, and it's harder to communicate. So we expect that there'll be a newsletter probably mid to late February, mid to late April, and then there'll certainly be a newsletter in the end of June, and that newsletter at the end of June will be mailed, as always, to every single residential household in East Springfield. So as a person who's listening to this session tonight, if you have any ideas, suggestions about what should be in, information that could be in, should be in any of these newsletters, please, again, get back to us, because unless we work together to get the information out to the general public, we're not going to see the success that we could see. East Springfield is a crime watch community, and please report all suspicious activity to 911. I was disheartened over the past couple of weeks because I've had people tell me things like, oh, I saw this happening, I saw that happening. And I said, did you call the police? And they said, oh, no. And they were things that they should be calling the police on. A suspicious car, some people hanging around where you've not seen them hanging around before. Let the police decide if they're going to come, and what action is necessary. That's their job, not ours. So if in doubt, call it out, please. And it's the old saying, if you see something, say something. Again, we're encouraging everybody to take a look at the COVID-19 information that's on the Springfield website. And the state's been doing a good job of keeping the city informed, and also they've been posting some information on the city's website, the city's Facebook, and also on Nextdoor. Over the past couple of weeks, I had some questions about Springfield's water quality. So we did reach out to the water department, and we've done a little looking on the website, the water and sewer website. And what I am told right now is that the city was out of compliance for a particular item, and I don't have that here, I'm sorry. But they are currently in compliance, but the water department has agreed to talk with us and give us some more information and answer some questions. We haven't scheduled the water department coming yet, but we will. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns that you want to send to us, we'd be glad to take them and make sure that those ideas and those comments are addressed. I was advised that the website for the water and sewer as of today should be fully up to date, and it should have most of the information that we want. But I'm sure that if we read it carefully, we're going to find some questions that aren't answered there. Does that make sense, board?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. In January, we will have our regular Zoom police meeting and board meeting on the 3rd Tuesday of the month, and we do encourage you to join in. Are there any members of the team here that have questions about any of these topics or comments? No?
But did you hear the fireworks on New Year's Eve?
There were a lot of fireworks on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I think the commissioner said that they had over 300 calls for service on New Year's Eve on one shift. So, so fortunately, New Year's Eve only happens once a year.
And July 4th.
Right. Was there another comment or question from anybody?
Only other thing that came in was somebody wanted to mention, or actually it was Deb, but I don't think she'd mind if I mentioned that, that with the sidewalks, not only for sidewalk repair, but you can also fill out if you are missing a sidewalk and want one.
Right, right. Good point. Good point. So, and I think there is a, from what I understand, the ability to pull together sufficient sidewalk money to do a fair number of sidewalks this year. So let's jump ahead of the class and get East Springfield taken care of. What else? Any other questions?
That's it.
Well, no, we had brought up the biomass thing, but we still don't know anything, right?
Yeah, we do, well, we don't know much, but we do know that it is still a topic. It still is a project that could happen, could not happen. East Springfield Neighborhood Council has signed in, and we join in the opposition to it. Mike Fenton is also opposed to it. The city council did do a resolution opposing the tax credit that was being suggested by the state. So there's some feet under that to get the state legislatures to understand that Springfield is more than unhappy, and I'm being just gentle with the word. And we're going to continue to monitor it and try to stay, keep our finger on the pulse. But I'm hoping to have a little bit more information maybe for our next meeting. But that's the information right now. It's spinning in circles at the state, and the city's involved.
Who's that?
Okay, so anybody else?
I don't think so.
Okay, everything's good over your way, Lynn?
Well, the cars are still on that lawn on Jean Drive,
Oh dear, okay. Well, let's,
but I think the word's getting around that you can do it because there's more neighbors with cars on their lawns.
all right. I don't know what to say at this point.
I know,
I
I
guess, all right. That's disappointing. Anything else?
No,
No, I had the meeting
Okay.
slide up that said our next meeting was the 19th, but I took it down because we had gotten past questions, so.
Okay. All right, so we will have a meeting in 2 weeks, and please, I'm gonna close the meeting if there are no additional questions. But please, again, if you're listening in, contact us and tell your neighbors to connect with us. And have a really good next couple of weeks. Be safe, and let's hope for not a whole lot of snow. Okay, I'm gonna adjourn this meeting.
Okay.